Hello, fellow old souls, empaths, seers, and psychonauts alike. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support, we're just going to do a little Monday message today. No big deal, no big deal. So if you're new here, I've already drawn the scrolls that we are going to scry. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and where the ghost gift is here, we have the ghost tube kicking for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Overall, please do receive or release freely. But I thank you for holding space for me to share my insights. When you are ready, I'm going to take a moment to open up. You're welcome to join me, or you can fast forward through. Taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of Old Souls. Thank you so much for being here, for being my muse, and for allowing me to be a guest in your aura on this fine Monday. Monday. Here's the reveal. When you're ready, you know the drill. Please see, sense, and feel for yourself first versus listening to my yammerings, but I appreciate the space being held. If any symbols stand out. Okay, Psychonauts, you're really stepping forward today. Whew, you are really, really stepping forward. I feel like I'm almost like in a state of recall about something, a memory I have. And whatever your Psychonaut state is, and I believe it's been different degrees of it in different arenas, even like, just walking and talking, induced by nothing else other than your own knowing. Okay, the sacral, yeah, this is what I'm feeling. I'm having a conversation in my mind, and it's in what I'm feeling is like in the relation to in the stellar scroll, like the gateway, my gateway to something, which is another root space. Okay, so it makes me feel as though I am reaching or attempting or connecting with like the stellar gateway chakra, but it's actually another, or at least the way I'm feeling it is like once I reach that, get that, or you feel you're there now, you're realizing, oh, I am here. This is my rooted space each time I come here. And it's like each time you visit this space or this concept, this idea, maybe you're fine tuning something. In whatever land that is, corporate, creative, personal, professional, but it feels like every time you visit or spend some sort of attention 42. There, you're funny. You're so funny. Because it's bringing me into that movie. Like, what is the meaning of life? 42, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And it's like this, like wandering around this, stellar space. And at the end of the day, you're like, oh, this, not Protect. At the end of the day, but you get to the space. And each time you nurture, spend attention there, you're creating deeper roots there. So it's like the gateway isn't beyond anything. It's part of who you are. That's a long-winded way for me to hopefully just reaffirm what you've already been feeling. Because you've been creating, at least the way I'm feeling it, protection's there too. You've been creating your ways. And perhaps this is in your ways and wonder, your ways of wisdom. Because I'm seeing like somebody, when you, somebody's going to put a necklace on for you, the little claspy things. And it's such a very particular feeling, like when somebody else is doing the clasping. Feels like honor, like I'm being honored for something. But even if this necklace is of a gift or it's sincerity or a reminder of something, or maybe you have some form of jewelry or an item, because if you're like me and you're like, whatever this item is, and it signifies you being protected. So when you go to this place of perception, things are equalized. Poor. Things are equalized. Does it say poor? Maybe you need to up your protection. Maybe there's poor protection. Deeper roots, more protection. Oh, the rebirth. Thank you. So this rebirth. Oh my goodness, I'm not even on the thing. So it's almost like in one of those spaces of mentalities about something. Because it's like I feel like I'm hearing, oh, I'm lacking something that is hurting my rebirth. other rabbit hole, or this is why I can't make the change, or this is why I can't do this, because there's something not there. Which is interesting, because I feel like it's actually not the case. I might even be being overprotective about something. Give me a moment. Because I don't feel like I lack anything, but I'm not. How do I say that? What is this weird sensation? It's vulnerability. It's vulnerability. And that's why protection is necessary, even possibly from another spirit guide or somebody you might be working with. Because in order to root in the gateway space, and until you're like in the spaceship and you've got, I don't know why it's coming through this way, I don't know. You know, it's like you go into this thing and then you can take your suit off, and then like you're deep in the ship where it's all already been equalized, the environment for you to breathe in, so that you can take that those suits off. Okay, sorry if it took me a minute to get there. So that's what it's like. I'm seeing somebody with a tie on. Business. Back to business. When I'm hearing it like when I return to Earth, it's back to business, but I bring that with me. It's almost like you might even have an air of confidence. People aren't sure where it came from. But then I'm curious, like, why would you wonder where confidence came from? Is it created? Did I create it? And because if it's created, would somebody else foresee it as like a falsity or imposter? But it's not. This is what you protect yourself with, because you're in this. Even when you're here, you're still protected by this. But like, again, whatever those different stages of, you know, floating about in the umbilical cord of the spaceship or Earthship, whatever you want to call it, even astral traveling, and you're still connected by that cord, so you can go out, maybe fix things on the spaceship or soar amongst the stars. I have no idea. And then you're drawn back in and you go in, but then all the different stages, it's like scuba diving and having to come up, and you get it. I'm going to stop. I can't help it. Eternal charisma and happiness. This is what your confidence is exuding. Or maybe to protect that confidence as well. Like, it's worth protecting what you're going through, because in all these equalizing chambers, that's the word, chambers, each time you do it well enough that it's full of integrity. Okay, so I want that to be known. It's not willy-nilly. Don't be silly. But it is fun, because learning is fun. Can I flip these before we start to close out and see if anything else comes through?
Okay.
Thank you. Let's go. Pitter patter, let's get at her. See, I'm seeing roadrunners, an accordion type Jungle Book. Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Something about speed, Cancerian energy, perhaps. But again, I can't keep getting around like seeing it like a clasp of some necklace that is of maybe a triangle, or it's been created. I know it's a very interesting thing. It's almost like patches over time. It's added to each time. It's almost like thank you. Like going to the dentist and seeing, like when you're getting x-rays and you have to put that big heavy blanket for the radiation. That's what it feels like. So maybe some of you are moving through that stage really quickly, or it could be working with the Cancerian energy, whether it be of the sign or of the symptomatic illness or dis-ease. But I feel like you're moving really quickly. There's something again about this. I'm seeing like this person.
How old are you?
Bounce. 45, love. And it's like an accordion. Obviously, I know they're this way, but the way I'm seeing it is this way. Sorry, give me a moment. I'm going to look actually up here.
I told him.
It's very odd. Sorry, give me a moment. I am seeing a dessert like cheesecake. And there's like cheesecake pouring off. Like the cherry part of it. And there's like dollops of, I don't know, maybe they're stacked cherries. I feel like I'm creating conditions as I'm learning other conditions. Because there's something about, I feel like my contribution there. My contribution. But yeah, first I got to work through. I'm doing it quickly. There is luck on your side. There is luck on the side. Like, and I'm trying to figure out this 9 of Wands. Oh, it's because I'm listening to something. 10 of... Oh, I have to let go of something. This is like this lesson. I'm going to use the word lesson, but I don't necessarily know that that's the appropriate word. We can get rid of these. Thank you. I'll do that.
No thanks.
Do you know what it's like? Okay, I'm going to take you through. Can I take the top one? Yes. Thank you. Judgment. There it is. Okay. Actually, the 9 of Wands came out first, but, you know, details. Warding off sorry for yourself stuff.
Glass.
Again, I'm trying to be very, very kind. Like busting through glass ceilings of your own limitations of what you're creating. I understand some might actually feel very in a weakened state right now. Because I feel like I've been battling off, like maybe even your body's tired, like going through the pressure, scuba diving to space. There's all this pressure, even in the body vehicle, if you're dispelling some sort of dis-ease. But interestingly, like where I see like this little fight going on, it's almost like I want to put this, because it's connected into the branch of the mind, and something about thoughts. And I'm starting to listen to something else, not because it's actually another version of me. It's this rooted version of me. And it's almost like when these two mindscapes come together, something breaks open. And I'm forced to, not force, that's so the wrong word, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Because it's like you start listening maybe soulfully. And it works. Something new is born, but it's not new. It's of you. And this is where I come into that gateway, the stellar gateway, that is now where I am. And this is what I give to now. Oh, it's like I switched attentions, like where my attention was going. But I also had to take some time.
Do not.
It's like interrupt stuff from this feeling. And it's not because I'm not being realistic and saying, nah, that's not happening. You know, you got to put food on your table, this or that. It's not what you're doing. It's how you're doing it. That's the difference. You're still going to do the dishes. You're still going to go to work. Maybe your coworkers are still going to be this kind of person or that kind of person, but your temperance coming up now, your ability to interact with it differently. No, it's just how you're interacting with it is what's like this game changer. Does that make sense? Because I hopefully have not said this. I feel in like such a nasty Nelly way when it feels so positive and popular. But that doesn't mean there's not effort to get there. And I don't know that you might never receive gratitude from the people that can't. Does that make sense? I feel like I might have butchered that a little bit, but nonetheless, okay. So I'll bring these up for you as I'm getting ready to close out, just so you can take in anything of the artistry, of course, that is standing out. But what I want to do is I want to end here, and where I go, like right in the root, because that's what I was seeing. It's like this sword. Like, do you see it? There's the sword, and there's the two beings, and then bigger auras. That's where this like cheesecake is, but now I'm seeing it like snowmen. That's where they are. This is like the work. This
funny.
Hilarious access. This is what you're hearing. There's a lot of metal. So it's all very mind. But it's like you've created conditions that you've needed or needing to interrupt, to insert. Thank you. Insert your like new music of sorts. It's like the 10 swords become one. And then I want to kind of close out with, as it's stepping blatantly forward, what is that saying? Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And though I don't want to necessarily land into, okay, well then let's all just accept what doesn't kill you. That's not what I'm saying or feeling at all. It's just like taking all the swords that, we pull out like Hellraiser, or even in a more positive way or a more nicer way, acupuncture, acupressure, and you melt everything down and make one big sword from it. And that is the sword that at some point in time, whatever teachings, learnings, whatever it is that you are doing, each time you bring your attention in this space, wherever these vessels are, in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy of sorts, inevitably what I'm seeing is this one big sword slices that umbilical cord, not in a death way, but it's because you've learned how to soar in your own abilities and it's like returning, moving around without, okay, so it's kind of like skydiving when the first time you do it, maybe, I don't know, you do it tandem, you do it with somebody. So it's just like training, safety first, especially with all that protection. Safety first. Because inevitably you'll be teaching other people how to do this as well. All right, I'm going to leave it here. Happy Monday. I hope this served. I hope this inspired. Please do give it a like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Yes, we are leaving now. We're heading out. So have a great day. Thank you so much. All the links are below to help a gal grow, whatever feels good to you. Or until next time, as we are going to be flipping the bookmarks. So we will be checking in with the signs for the aura of mid to end of Feb. Until next time. Bye. Ooh, Stella. That was a stellar read, and I really like that. It's like some sort of crazy understanding is coming into clarity, and it's super calm. It's not even crazy. That's how that made me feel. Wild.